Hey guys, how's it going? This is Jim from the Pain PT, and today we're going to break this down into what I call a AAA for healing TMS or healing mind, body, or brain and nervous system issues. Now, in the US here, we have an organization called AAA. It's the American Automobile Association. But I'm not going to be talking about that today. I'm not going to talk about cars or getting your car towed. We're going to talk about how to use a AAA for healing. Okay, I'm going to break this down into 4 simple steps that you guys can take and use each day. And these are things that I go over with my patients, my clients, and we dive into more deeply. So the first A of the AAA for healing these conditions is acknowledging. Okay, this is going to be the first 2 steps of the 4. So the first thing we want to do is we need to acknowledge these symptoms for what they are. Like I talked about in another video, calling your symptoms out for what they are. Okay, we need to acknowledge that our symptoms are what's called TMS, or mind-body symptoms, or brain and nervous system induced issues in the body. Now, we need to come to this acknowledgement and this understanding through our history, through getting a diagnosis, through putting all the pieces together to say, what is this? What am I dealing with? Okay, this is not a structural problem. This is not a localized tissue issue. Okay, so once we can acknowledge, we need to acknowledge that to ourselves that, hey, I have TMS. This is a TMS reaction. This is a brain and nervous system reaction. This is a stress reaction. Okay, and the reason you want to do that is you need to set the foundation in your own brain for the subsequent steps. Otherwise, it's not going to work. And you also need to believe and understand through the science and knowledge and everything I'm putting out there to you guys that what you have is indeed truly a brain and nervous system condition generated by the central nervous system, not the local tissue. And that's called TMS, or mind-body syndrome. Okay, so you want to put to bed any doubt. You want to put to bed any idea that what's happening to you is something different. Okay, I always tell people you want to close the door to this being anything other than TMS. Okay, so if you're not sure about that, then reach out to me or another mind-body physician or health practitioner to get the diagnosis, because you need to be clear on what you're dealing with. Okay, that's step 1, acknowledging that this is TMS, or this is brain and nervous system. Okay, once you acknowledge that, and you really truly believe that, and we can see that from the evidence, then step 2 is a further acknowledgement. It is acknowledging any underlying emotions that may be contributing to or causing or creating an uptick in your symptoms. So being on the lookout, as Dr. Sarno would say, to think psychologically, not physically. Okay, what emotions maybe are being triggered in me that are causing my symptoms to be here or to spike? Now, anxiety is usually linked with symptoms, so is depression, so are all the emotions. So sadness, anger, fear, all those emotions, or subsets of those emotions, can set off physical somatic symptoms in your body. So you need to be on the lookout, especially if you have this diagnosis, for this occurring in you, because a lot of people have what I've talked about before, this alexithymia, which is a difficulty in expressing, identifying emotional feelings, or they have a tendency because of their past, what they've learned, to suppress or repress emotions. And so they'll sneak out in physical ways. Okay, so that's your second acknowledgement. What am I feeling emotionally? I'm getting an uptick in symptoms. What's going on? What's happening right now? Am I feeling anxious? Am I feeling angry? Am I feeling mad at some level, or irritated or annoyed? Am I feeling sad? Am I feeling disappointed? Am I feeling shame? Whatever you're feeling, emotions, all emotions are normal. They're all human emotions that everybody has, the same ones. And we're just trying to have some expression and acknowledgement of them. Okay, so first 2 steps, acknowledge. Number 1, what this is you're dealing with. Number 2, any underlying emotions. Step 3, okay, is the second A of the AAA, is to accept, okay, that what's happening, this brain and nervous system condition or TMS or mind body, is okay. Okay, so it means the symptoms are okay, the emotions are okay, you are okay. You are okay. Okay, this is not a dangerous condition. It doesn't need physical treatment or medical treatment. Okay, it's a signaling issue from your brain, which creates chemicals in your body. Okay, so the more you can accept that, okay, after you acknowledge it, you should be able to accept it. Okay, if you truly believe that this is what it is, then you accept that, hey, I'm fine. This is nothing to be worried about. Okay, and what that does, it sets you up to relax. So true acceptance leads to relaxation. Okay, meaning it gets your nervous system now, your autonomic nervous system, which is connected to your brain, starts to settle down and relax. Okay, so we can accept that this is TMS, that this is emotional, stress related. We can start to say, oh, okay, it's fine, I'm okay. Okay, we're trying to come from this premise that you are not broken. Okay, you're okay. There's nothing to actually fix. This is really important. It's a paradigm shift that we're not trying to fix anything. There's nothing to fix. You're fine. You're just trying to teach your brain that you are okay. Okay, so acceptance leads to you being okay. And what that does, it sets up your nervous system to relax into that rest and digest parasympathetic state, which is what we need for step 4. Okay, so step 1 and 2 are acknowledging, step 3 is accepting, and step 4 here is what? Is allowing. Okay, and we talked a lot about this, allowing the symptoms, the sensations, the emotions, the feelings to run their course. Okay, so once you set up your system, your nervous system, to relax, I'm all right, this is just some stress. It's nothing to be concerned about, worried about. You do relax. Your nervous system goes to work for you. Okay, at this point, you just want to allow the process to unfold. You want to allow the symptoms and the feelings to unwind and be digested by that rest and digest nervous system. So at this point, once you reach step 4 of allowing, you're not doing anything. This is the surrender. Okay, this is the embracing. This is just the letting this run its course. You can use some somatic tracking practices I've talked about and have on my YouTube. You can also, after doing that, is just get back to your life. Okay, re-engage in your life, carry on. You want this thing to be working in the background, so to speak. Okay, once you set your system up, and it will do it for you. So I use these examples in my videos about like let's say you go to the doctor for something and he's checking you out and he does his test and he looks at everything and he says, look, I don't see anything wrong with you. There's nothing really major happening here. There's no serious condition. Just don't worry. It's going to be all right. It might take a couple weeks. Maybe it takes 2 to 4 weeks or longer to heal. It's going to heal. It's going to get better. And so what happens is you leave the office and you're not worried anymore. So what happens is you relax. First, you've been acknowledged. You know what this is. You relax. And you may notice some symptoms or feelings somewhere, but they're in the back now. They're in the background. They're not up here where you're making it into a big deal. Because when you relax and not worry about it, it just starts to fade away. And that's what we want. We don't want you to do the first 3 steps. And then when you get to this last step of allowing, you don't want to be hypervigilant anymore. You don't want to be focusing on the symptoms too much. You don't want to be doing anything. Okay, so allowing it is a very passive process of just surrendering and let this thing run its course. Go back to your life, re-engage, do what you want to do. Your job is just to do these first 3 steps to set your brain and nervous system up for healing. Okay, and then it will take care of the rest for you. So the first 3 steps is acknowledgement of the condition for what it is, acknowledging any underlying emotions that we know can contribute to somatic symptoms, and then moving to acceptance and allowance. Okay, so there's 3 simple things. Just remember AAA. For those of you in the U.S., you can remember that when you pull out your AAA card when you need to get your car towed. Remember, it also means acknowledging, accepting, and allowing. All right, guys, reach out with questions, comments. Hopefully this can give you a framework to work from each day for healing your condition. Take care. Bye-bye.